The last 6 weeks was going from 50K to 250K.
Ooh, damn,
That's
that's a
insane.
5x.
That's a 5x.
That
And
was even out of the
imagine,
scope. Wow.
imagine if I do a 4x now, you know?
Yeah, another millionaire in the building, bro. Right. Thank you so much for joining me, brother. Welcome on the call today.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. Thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
So, yeah, absolutely appreciate you too. So, tell me, what was your experience with crypto before you actually joined us, and like, how did the results change after working with us?
Good question. Um, Before I joined the money magnet, I was a day trader with zero knowledge. I was, I think, 3 or 4 years in crypto,
Yeah.
but it was not good. It was not good. I was following some random Telegram chats, random calls on Twitter, and yes, it was horrible.
Did you sleep?
Not much, not
Yeah,
much.
right. Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
recurring pattern. It's the ebbs and flows, the stress, the listening to this, listening to that. There's basically an abundance of information, but there's a lack of things that work in this space. Now, the fact that you were able to get into a solution like this is has been very valuable to both you as well as myself, as well as the entire team. This is more than just me.
yes.
What would you say are some of like specifically two of the biggest success highlights since you started working with us?
I think I have two biggest highlights. The first one is I think that I learned so much about crypto. I mean, crypto is so big, but at starting the money magnet, the course, the community, the members, we learn it together so much.
Yeah.
So yes, my knowledge is increased.
Nice.
Yes, and yeah, I think my second highlight was hitting my first 100K. That was amazing.
I remember you. We were on that Zoom call in the Tesla. You were like,
Yes,
bro, this is insane. Like, how is this even possible?
yes, yes.
It's
It
so
was
good.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
Crazy,
right.
man.
It's so good.
And
People, yeah, sorry. You can get back to
no,
what
no,
you said.
okay. Yes, I started in January, I think,
Something like
seven,
that.
eight
Yeah.
months ago,
Yeah.
and yes, during that time, there was a lot of stuff on the background, and we didn't see any price actions. And now the last weeks, yes, it was crazy, crazy.
We see it at scale for sure. Yeah, like it's
Yes,
opening up your phone and seeing how things go, at least like screening them, monitoring them. Because doing crypto on your phone is obviously not a smart thing. You want to track it, you want to monitor it. But like what we've
yes,
been tracking
exactly.
so far, I mean, it's crazy. Like it's really crazy. And I think the reason we can set ourselves apart and have like a higher baseline is, truth to be told, it's very, very close and similar to what you said, right? Like you're working in, what is it again? Solar or something? No,
Yes.
electricity.
No, 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 in paint, in
Okay,
paint.
wow, I was getting close.
Yes.
Right, same company like TC, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nice, nice,
Yes,
nice.
yes. But yes, the highlight, I mean, the first time when I did read the white paper, all I thought was, what the fuck is it? Where do I start?
Yeah,
And now after 7 months, I think, yes, I actually do understand a lot more. And yeah,
nice.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, right. I think a
So,
lot of people face this income roller coaster where they have this daytime job, like you in the paint industry. I cannot imagine why I even forgot that. For some reason in my head, you were in solar,
no problem. Yeah.
probably because of the Tesla there. But yeah, like you're obviously still working in the paint business where TC was actually working, and like obviously having a job is great. Like I'm not the guy that's like, hey, look, you need to get rid of your job, this or that. Like I think a lot of people underestimate the certainty that a job can give you, but then if we look at that very certainty, that certainty is only there until an employer says like you're out. And that happens.
Yes.
So many car dealerships in all over the world are firing employees with the rise of AI, with the rise of
Yeah.
efficiency, with the rise of so many things, or even the constraint of certain other areas. And I think that if we look at your situation, what we've been able to do is take you from an inflationary salary where you get something and the supply of that euro that you got paid in at is consistently like going up as much as they want to print. Like it's them, the guys that control the
Yes.
supply, that control the value of your money. On the other side here, it's more like that supply is going down. Your assets are seeing scarcity every single day. Bitcoiners
Yep.
are waiting for that to
Definitely.
happen 4 years straight. How is that feeling? And like what level of certainty does that give you?
Oh, that's a long question.
Yeah, it was more of a text there. Yeah.
So, ik ben hem even kwijt.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We can get into Dutch as much as you want, but
No, 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 no,
no
no.
worries about it. The point is like if you compare both things, right? This is my
Mhm,
question. You have inflation in the traditional world where supply of the euro that you're getting paid in is only going
mhm,
up, value is only going down. Things are getting more expensive. We've been able to introduce you to the core idea of deflation, how that is reducing a supply every single day, how that increases the value of your money. How, in line with the fact that you can compound, how is that making you feel about the certainty of your money as opposed to being in the previous system?
yes, there are so many ways to grow your money, and
Yeah,
what I learned here is you have to find the right place.
yeah,
Uh, huh? You always thought uh, the right knowledge, the right guidance, and the right time, and I
yeah.
think we are in now. And if we are looking at the data, the numbers, this equation, this feels good. Really feels good. Yes.
Nice. When you say it feels good, what do you specifically mean? Like any outside areas outside of crypto that you see a noticeable change in your life right now?
Um, I got little bit of feeling like freedom. Huh? It's the Freedom Academy.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, I have my job, but also on the other side, I can grow also my money. So yes, I got more time for myself. The money is working for me. Yes, I can do what I want. Not yet, no Lambos, but okay.
Getting close to it.
Maybe, maybe. No, no, no,
Yep.
no, no. Now I'm at the point that I want all to invest my money. I want to grow my portfolio, and
Yeah.
I want to be free. Eh?
Yeah.
I want a monthly income for, like example, 3,000. And if I wake up and I don't want to work, I don't go to work
That's it.
because I don't need it, and
Yeah.
that's good. I like that.
Nice.
Mhm.
You buy options basically, not like the
Yes, yes,
traditional options we see, but more like opportunities, buying back time.
yes, sure, yeah.
What I'm thinking is like at this current moment, even though you're saying like, look, guys, things are taking off at scale as opposed to being a little bit more on the low before in the beginning as we were figuring things out together. What would you say sets us apart from so many people? And before I ask that, which I technically did, the reason I'm asking is because on Twitter, crypto Twitter, so many people are crying at this point. They're like, yeah, Ethereum, like the guy with a stick meme,
Yes,
like please
exactly. But
go up, you know?
yes, yes, but
So
they don't know the numbers. Eh? I
yeah,
mean, the whole crypto world is there are a lot of scammers, and what I learned in this community is the security setup, now the knowledge, the things you share. It's amazing.
thanks, bro.
The weekly calls. I think you're really a honest person, and yeah, everything is okay. It feels good, and if you are reading all the documents
Yeah,
from all the
projects basically.
investments
Yeah.
projects, yes, if you can calculate, it will be okay.
Yeah, well, you know what the thing is? There's like public audits before people even get in. So even when people come in and they're like, look, I got whatever, 1K, 2K, 5 grand, 10 grand, 100 grand, whatever the budgets and varieties might be. I'm always the kind of person that's like, look, do your basics, get through that content that is pre-recorded, do your setup of the security. Then you can look at the real-time knowledge, which is hidden in this hybrid at the end, where I'm like recording all the weekly sessions. If people attend, they attend. If they can't, they watch it back. I
Yes,
think
yes,
the main reason you can really notice that is because in 2021, when this started off, I think roughly it's been up for 4 years approximately. I was in Quesada in Spain, and I had like one of these Dutch dropshipping friends, and he was like looking at my crypto, and he was like, "Bro, this is insane. You're making 500 euros a day. Like that's what I was at. Like it's not comparable to where I'm at today." But it was funny because like this guy was looking at my portfolio, and it was like, "Bro, you need to teach this to the world." And I was like, yeah, but like this next make money online coach, like DM me crypto, like all that stuff. I was like kind of against that entire narrative. Why? Not specifically because of what I was doing, but because of what that space was known for. As I mentioned,
Yeah.
there's an abundance of information, but there's a lack of trustworthy solutions. And I made that commitment in which I was like, look, if I start something up in this space, it's going to be trustworthy. It's going to be truthful because I've seen the flip side of things. I've had some of my ideas being commercialized by other founders that were then lurking in
Yes.
people their data, that were then stealing people their money, that were then invoicing businesses B2B just to get the cash out. I saw all of that and I was like, how can this even be a thing? And so, like, definitely given financial privacy, self custody, things that are under, in all honesty, like they're in danger. They're in massive danger. Your free speech, my free speech, your self custody, my self custody, something that is so uniquely and like so uniquely present in a life like this cannot be in a
Yes.
scope where it's like, look, I'm looking to scam people, I'm looking to this, I'm looking to that. You got families on the line, man, and I think all these people, what they do is they specifically look at the numbers, right? If you get scammed by somebody on Instagram or other social media accounts, you never get to talk to them. Why? Because they cannot see your face and know that they are screwing you up and your family up. That emotional process, they want to avoid it. They
Yes.
prefer to look at data.
Exactly.
They're like, I just scammed 20 people. This is what happened, all that stuff. That's why I make everything personal because I'm very empathic. And so is my team. And so are the people inside. This is more than just me. But I think that the reason you recognize that value is because we double down on it. If one of my team members exceeds that boundary, he or she is fired right away.
Yes.
I'm very
Yes.
strict in
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes. And that's good. I think the most crypto groups are I don't know.
Shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
yeah.
They are.
Of course, there are a lot of groups that okay, but
Yeah.
I didn't find the right one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now I have.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
When you say now you have, is that mainly specifically because of the trust and the profits that you see, or is there anything else inside of the community that
Um,
drives you to that?
I think not only the profits, because for sure it's all about the money, and yes,
Yep.
we all want a big amount of money, but
Yeah.
it's more the trust. It's a little bit life changing, you know.
Yeah.
We can see your face every week. We can book some one-on-one calls. Maybe we can meet up in real life, you know.
Yep.
It
I'm
feels
meeting
more
Raymond in
in-person.
Disneyland.
Yes, yes.
Sorry for interrupting you, but I'm meeting
No
Raymond
problem.
in
I will be there
Disneyland this
next Monday.
Thursday. I'm gonna be making like this video where I'm on a roller coaster with this guy. You're gonna see
Space
that so many
Mountain.
times.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Nice,
But
nice, nice.
yeah, it's fire. But sorry for interrupting you there. So you'd
No
say
problem.
that the community sets itself apart also because
Yeah.
of the vibe inside.
Yes, the vibe inside. Everyone is friendly. If you have a question, you can ask it. Everyone is helpful.
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels amazing. We are
Yeah.
all one family, one
Yeah,
crypto family.
something clicks when 40% of the people inside got referred by a friend. Just like TC told you, hey bro, dit is gek
Yes,
man, whatever he called you.
yes,
He's like, bro, you gotta be in. Like his testimonial is on YouTube as well. Like I think he was at 1.5 mil projected and all that stuff. And
yeah.
so I'm sure, like, what was that moment? Like, what actually happened? I never asked you. Was he calling you, WhatsApping you? What did he do?
Now, the funniest thing is that in October
Yeah.
2023, he told me, "Oh, I got something for you," and I was like, "Ah, he got something. TC,
Yeah.
come on, what do you have?"
Yeah.
And then I think 1 month later, in November, maybe December, he
Yeah.
asked me, "Oh, did you book a call and this and that?" And I just said, not yet, but I will do
Yeah.
it right now. But what are you investing? What is it? What is it?"
Wow. Yeah.
And he wouldn't say that, and that's
Yeah.
good natuurlijk. It was private,
Of course. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yes, and then I booked the call on 27 December,
Could
I
be. Yeah.
think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And that was the time that we started. And uh, I think the 3rd of December, I bought my crypto laptop and the YubiKey
Nice.
and all
Everything.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And yes, learning everything. And that was
Nice.
great, great. And yes, he had a projected return of 1.5 mil.
Yeah.
And I think this cannot be. This cannot be. Yeah, I wanted.
Yeah, right. His life change was insane. He get it. He got to Bali. He got all these massages going. He was
Yes,
kind of in the beginning. I feared that a little bit because he was similar to you. He had like this trading background. He was very high risk, high reward. But at some points, I was like, bro, look, you're getting out of the constraints of what I'm personally like doing. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm as open to sharing my insights to the world. And like I was saying, like, hey, this is what I specifically do. If you do that, that's on your own risk, right? And so like he was getting out of the constraints of what I was looking at myself, and that was beneficial to him. It could have gone the wrong way, which he was aware of.
yeah, of course,
But
it's crypto. So
yeah, right.
maybe tomorrow it's zero, but yes, that's at this moment impossible.
Common sense makes it calculated. That's what it is. Like a lot of people hope and pray in crypto, but if you do what we are doing, it's basically mathematically and predictably just like putting money in, getting money out.
Start doing your research. That's the first thing you have to do. You can't trust anyone before you did your own research. And
Yeah.
if you do that and it seems okay, then go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think if we look at the community, because that's what we kind of started at first, was like, something clicks when 40% of your people inside of that Telegram got referred. You know that
Yes.
something clicks when these people at some point are like, this like even to me, I like once I felt like a founder 4 years ago. That was kind of like my general experience. I was like, look, this is my thing, I'm the founder, like ego place, all that stuff. Like I'm far beyond that. Like at this point I'm like, this is a digital movement. These are all
Yes.
like-minded people from all places over the world, all different types of skin colors, ages, weight classes, all that stuff. So many differences, and yet we're all familiarized with the end goal that we have. And even better, when I am certainly out of office, or I'm in a meeting with my team, or I'm in a meeting with a partner of mine, I can go to that questions channel and I can see how people are getting guided. Not just that, I do feel the general's fear of missing out on my own group. I'm like, if I get kicked out by myself, that's not going to happen. But just that idea, sometimes I'm feeling like, wow, I'm in this valuable castle of information, of guidance, of knowledge. That's the point where you're like, damn, this is
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Not
This is
because of me,
great.
but because of the people inside. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The whole community.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's
Yes.
that. Can you describe a moment for yourself? Because obviously you mentioned like, hey, you've been texting, calling, TC, all that stuff. That's kind of how you got into it. What was
Mhm.
like the moment when you knew TC went from saying he got a thing to he actually got a thing? Like, he actually got something valuable that at first might not have been valuable to your perception. When was that moment you made that click saying, this works, this has value?
Um, he told me, "Yo, bro, I got something interesting," and he didn't tell anything, and again and again, and
Yeah.
well, I worked with him a few years, and that was always good,
Yeah.
and yeah, the last time that he say, "Yo, go in," yeah, that was easy for me, so
Yeah.
I go full in.
Nice. So was it mainly because of what he said, or was it also because of the monetary returns you saw? Like was
Not,
100, for
not,
example, very very linear. Sorry for interrupting you there. Was seeing 100K the moment when you were like, this works, or did you figure that out earlier?
no, I figured that out earlier. I think the moment is trust. I trust him, and that's more important, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the trust was the reason that I jumped in.
Nice. Appreciate that.
Yes,
We're always
and
gonna
of
keep that there.
yes, and he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool to hear, bro. Anything else? Maybe based on what you're learning and applying right now, crypto is changing all the time. If I would have to make a course about crypto, I would have to make a new one daily. That's why this is not a course, it's an actual high-level mastermind that like upgrades every single week. Like there's new content being added every single week. What would you say most people lack when it comes down to getting similar results to maybe you or maybe TC? What do they lack to get that level of results?
Ooh, uh,
You can take some
can,
time to think about it.
can you call the question again?
For sure. So if you look at your results right now, what's holding
Mhm.
people back from getting those results as well? What do they not see or do?
Mm, time. Okay, look, the time is very scarce, and people see only like example 100K profit, but there are so many hours in this laptop to reading all the documents, and that was crazy. There
Yeah.
are some days in the weekend I was reading 3 4 hours long the white papers,
Yeah.
and I saw it, and I saw a lot of numbers and things, but I can't understand it. And I was translating to Dutch to English, and and there was one moment, I think, after maybe 2 months, and that was okay. Now
Yeah.
I understand it. Now I can go
Nice.
further.
Nice. Love it.
Yes,
And so if you, because this is very important to me as well to understand, you're now at 100 grand, or did you surpass that?
yes.
Roughly.
Look,
Where are you at? Like, where did you start and where are you at approximately?
look, I had a big amount of money to invest, and before I started in January, I was like, okay, I want to invest 10K, and I will see there where it goes. Investing the first 10K, and after that, I saw a lot of opportunities. And then I was like, okay, I want to invest there and there and there, and there are new projects coming. And all I thought was, whoa, whoa, what I have to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you told me always, from, okay, keep it simple, don't focus on too many projects. So I invested another 10K, another 10K, with I played with DCA, dollar cost average,
Yeah.
and that was good. And yeah, then I was not, how do I say that? I was able to invest more.
Yeah.
And then I saw some data and some tweets, and oh, I thought, okay, this is the bottom. I need to go all in now.
Yeah.
A little bit my ego, and oh, I thought, okay, let's go all in, market buy right now. Let's do this,
Yeah.
and I did it. And if I
Nice.
look back now, it was the bottom. It was the
Nice.
bottom. It was
So,
the bottom.
so at that bottom, how much money did you put in net to get out that 100 grand?
Um, um, that was, yes, more investments in different projects, but I invested in the bottom 20K. So
That's a
if we can
5x
calculate,
return.
yes, I will tell you
Even.
at this
Yeah.
moment, my investment the last 6 weeks was going from 50K to 250K.
Ooh, damn,
That's
that's a
insane.
5x.
That's a 5X.
That
And
was even out of the
imagine,
scope. Wow.
imagine if I do a 4X now, you know?
Yeah, another millionaire in the building, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a Forex
And
is very conservative. Like a Forex
yes.
at this point, given the deflationary nature of what we're investing into, also the fact that we can compound our returns, also the fact that
Now
we are able to go liquid, so many ways.
yes, that's it. I was not waiting for the coin that is going to 100x. I mean, I was always focusing on compounding. Eh? You
Yeah.
need a 5x over a 5x over a
Yeah.
5x, or two times a 10x. That's also 100x. And
Yeah,
now, with the 100K, if I did a 10x on that, that's 1 million. And
absolutely.
if I do 2 or 3x over the 1 million, it's 2 or 3 million. And
You're right.
that's what I want.
You're right with what you say because like so many people are always look, this is how I see it. The Solana chain is completely exhausted from projects that start one day and die the other or die the other week. And while Solana is a great chain, the community is just it's garbage, right? So people have like an attention span of a goldfish. They get in for a day, they get out for another day. They liquidate solid projects, even including some of the ones we were investing into just to get back into their meme shit. So then that meme coin tanks 97%. They lose it all just to get their valuable assets back at a massive increase, like you've seen here, a 5x. And the thing is, if you have this 5x, which is where we're at right now, like 80% of crypto right now is in the reds. We are in the greens.
Yes.
We are seeing a 5x before the bull cycle even had a time to really show where it should be at. Like bull cycle is not there yet. We're waiting for elections. We're waiting for all these things to kind of roll out. just imagine if this is a 5x right now, before bull cycle starts, what is the actual market performance looking like? Could you get double that? Pretty sure. That's a 10x. We're leaning into 7x's on 88-day positions, approximately. 7x your money, 90 days of time. Imagine you keep being conservative here, you keep having a 5x on a 5x on a
On a
5x.
5x,
Pretty
it's
simple.
yes.
But sir, I'm capped in my budget. I only have $1,000. Okay, 1,000 in, 5,000 out, 5,000 in,
Yes,
25,000 out,
yes, that's it. That's
125.
it.
So
Compounding, compounding.
crazy. Yeah, right. And that's something that people don't understand. They get into Solana shit to see these massive percentages, but they forget that principally speaking, they're picking up pennies in front of a freight train. They're putting them, they're cooking with the pan, like at the and the handle of that pan against their elbow. They can
Yeah.
like crash it
The,
right
the,
away.
they are waiting for that 100x, but it's not going to be happen,
Yeah. And even if it
I
does, is
think.
it going to remain? Like, is that self-custody going to remain? It's not going to be there. It's
Yes,
really not going to be
but
there.
but but this is also an org project. What if we look? I started in January, and yes, I had a lot of patience,
Yeah.
and I mean, we are now in month 9,
Yeah.
and yes, the first 7 or 8 months, it was really boring.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
But yes, that was the moment to buy a lot of opportunities. Buy when the market of no, how do you say it? Buy where the market are bleeding.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Buy when
That's
there's
it.
blood on the street or something
Blood on
like that.
streets.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I
yes.
think what we've seen is basically a transition because like even though it feels like we didn't make money during that period, we actually did. It was just like an elongated timeline because the sentiment was completely different. Supply was getting like distributed. We were in a supply distribution phase where inflation is a little bit higher. But that's the benefit of looking at certain projects in crypto. If you look at Bitcoin or Ethereum, there's so much supply, there's so much load, there's so much baggage for that to even do another 2, 5, whatever it kind of X. It can and it will. But just looking at what we're looking at here, a 10x or a 100x can be done with not such a big amount of supply. Even when market caps, for example, are a little bit more limited, the supply is getting like eroded by certain protocols and things inside of crypto that allows that supply to go down. So if you hold something that gets more scarcer with the day, instead of waiting 4 years on Bitcoin to hope and pray it goes up with a halving, or similar to XRP, you're in it and you hope the lawsuit is
Oh
over.
man,
You know?
XRP. I'm
Yeah,
still
right.
waiting to $1.
Yeah, right. It should be memed. XRP basically like you would do at McDonald's. I'm loving it. XRP is basically I'm still waiting. That's their
Yes,
tagline. And then you
yes.
got
Oh man,
Cardano as well,
crazy.
even worse. Cardano,
Yeah,
Charles Hopkinson, such a diplomatic guy. Evidence is needed before implementation. We need to do this. We need to do that. All the options in crypto lead to the right knowledge and the right guidance at the right time. And if you lack that, you lack the life you always desired. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And that is the thing what worked for me.
Yeah.
When I was on my phone with Bybit and I was in the gym and I thought, okay, I want to trade. And I saw Bit right now. I have a juicy pump training, so I want to trade.
Pre-workout.
Pre-workout, yes. But I saw Bitcoin at 20K and
Yeah.
I opened a long trade with $100 leverage, 100x, hey, fast money and stuff. And then I got 100 in loss, and my heart was pounding. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. It was so bad for me. And now, if my portfolio, the market is moving ups and down,
Yeah.
and now when I open my portfolio, sometimes I see 10K in red or 10K in plus.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I know what's coming, and
Yeah. Your
that's
beliefs
the
have
diff.
changed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if you have a different set of beliefs and you can have a certain level of trust in both the people like TC, like myself, like the projects that you're looking at, crypto becomes different. Because right now you don't need to be awake all day looking to catch the next fancy trade, buy or sell, all that stuff. You know that you're investing in the right stuff at the right time.
Yeah, so look at the numbers, and
Yeah, right.
that is enough. That is enough.
Yeah. And when looking at the numbers, also be cautious because Telegram or Twitter, also Telegram, is full of like these Solana scams where it's so easy to go to your PC, go to inspect element, and then basically just change your entire wallet balance on Solana, then do a tweet and say,
Yes,
hey, look, I grew this portfolio from this to that. That is the exact reason why I got DBank on my phone. It's not directly holding or storing my assets, but it's displaying what I got. And I have been able to
yes,
document multiple wallets, including this one that I had in Spain. I made it for the experiment of it all. It started at I think a 50 grand, something like that. I think net total, it's at 530. It's crazy.
yes.
Like you just keep
Crazy,
compounding,
crazy.
you just keep going. And yes, there's ebbs and flows, but turning a 50 grand into a 530K, it's crazy. It's just what I
Yes.
did like a couple of years
And
ago
in
as
the bear
well.
market.
And in the bear market, this still has to take off. So yeah, man, I think there's so many things that are still lined up for us, but also for people that might be watching this interview. And so instead of always looking ahead of ourselves and looking at the next big win, there's people that are breathing a desire right now that look at this interview and are like, look, this is exactly what I'm seeking. This is exactly what I need. What would you say to people that are watching this interview right now that might be skeptical about what we do, that might have a lack of time, a lack of knowledge, whatever it might be? What would you say to these people about joining us or considering us?
I think, yeah, always start with your own research, but I think watch the videos. Yeah, it's this difficult, but you have to believe someone on the social media, and
Yeah.
I think that's hard. I mean, I know TC in real life and some other members,
Yep.
so it was more easier for me. But I think try it, do your own research, be careful, invest only with the money you can miss.
Yeah.
Um, yes, I think that are the important things.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, appreciate it, bro. I would like to say to these people as well, like, look, I went from stacking my bills that were unpaid that I couldn't afford, like I was broke like crazy, to now just like multiplying wallets like it's nothing. And I think that people that are on the fence of joining us really should see what they're missing out on in the first place. Those returns, the knowledge, the people, the community, all that stuff. I think if I would have to look at what I built as a student myself, I would just basically as well say like the community, the familiarity, obviously being cautious,
Yes,
doing the diligence. Yeah, I think that's what I'm
yes,
at as
yes, for
well.
sure, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely, yes. Yeah, we have some
nice.
great members in the group, and that's amazing.
Nice. You're one of them, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you, thank you.
with that being said, bro, I would say thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much
You're
for being on
welcome.
this interview, and let's just keep doing what we do best.
Yes, we're gonna do all the best.
Awesome. Take care, bro. Bye-bye.
Thank you, mate. Bye bye.
Hey guys, for the first time ever, we just released our insane DeFi passive income training that covers everything I have learned going from $0 to over $1.5 million with crypto by the age of 25. And it's online right now for a limited time only. So if you want to get your hands on it before it disappears, make sure to click the first link down below in the description right now.